Okay, so today, my camera is just a wreck. Today, I'm going to be making chocolate chip cookies and espresso cookies. Same recipe, but you can sub out the chips. And so I am off grid, so my oven is outside. This will be the first time you guys are going to be seeing me use the oven outside. I've got my handy dandy trusty lantern here inside. We've got the shades pulled because we don't have AC. So we've got fans running, so that could be what you hear in the background. Now, I've got baking soda, granulated sugar, light brown sugar, flour, cornstarch, baking powder, eggs, butter, which apparently I should have looked at the butter. I'm going to have to mix and match a teeny bit of this, and that's what I have in my other recipe. I'm going to substitute butter, so it'll be fine. This is the vanilla, and as you can see, I've been using it, and this is the vanilla that I bottled. You saw that in another video. So we are going to go ahead and get our mixing bowl out and get to it. Okay, so we need it room temperature butter, but as I said, we don't have air conditioning, so believe me when I say this is more than ready to go. So first step, we're going to take our 1.5 cups, because we're going to do a double batch, 1.5 cups of our butter, and then we're going to take our sugars, and we're going to go ahead and cream that together until it changes colors. Then we'll add our eggs and vanilla. I'm not able to run the tripod right now while I do this, especially inside with the lighting. It just is not working out like you would think it would. So instead of doing a time lapse, I'm just going to bring you back and fill you in, and we'll do it that way. Alright, now we've got our butter in there and our sugars in there, and we're going to blend it up. Okay, now we're going to add our egg and our vanilla. That's going to be, for this, that we're doing 4 eggs and 4 teaspoons of vanilla. My vanilla is amazing. It's so flavorful, so strong. If you have an opportunity to make it, highly, highly suggest it. And as you can see, I busted my flour bag too. Okay, now it's time for us to add our flour and dry ingredients into here slowly and blend them together. I will throw the ingredient measurements up on the screen right here, and then we'll mix them over here in this bowl because I like to fluff them up and then put them in. It'll be baking powder, cornstarch, baking soda, and flour. Okay, now instead of mixing this all up with yet another spoon, I just use the dry end of my spatula. So what I'm going to do is slowly pour in a little bit of the flour at a time and blend it in. Now my mixer is hooked up to an extension cord for our generator, so that's how I have power for this, and we also have jackeries and things like that, so that's how I pulled up my strip light. I got my onions dehydrating, so we're in full swing over here. Let's get it blended in. This is the part where I get flour all over the kitchen, and I love it. Okay, it's all in there. And now comes when I put the chips in. And again, because we don't have air conditioning, I've had them in the refrigerator, because the refrigerator runs off our generator, which is why you hear it in a lot of videos, as well as our freezer. But I didn't want them to be all weird to work with. So I'm going to put them in here, and then we'll go check and see if the oven is preheated, and we'll prep some trays, and I'll show you how we make these. This recipe, if you do it as a single, we'll make 12 cookies. So doing it as a double will make 24. These are like quarter cup discs of cookies when you put the dough. I mean, it is, they're going to be very large cookies. They're super moist. They're delicious. The batter is always super smooth. I love, love, love this recipe. I've played with a million recipes, and this is by far my favorite, so we've stuck with it for many years. So let's get those chips in there. Alright, so if you know me in real life, you know I don't like chocolate. If it was me, I would be doing a separate batch, and I barely put any chips in it at all, because I just really don't like them. But that's okay. And my other cookies are a espresso chocolate chip mix, so those I will probably definitely try because they're made with real coffee. So let's get our trays out and get these bad boys plopped out. Now we're going to take our mixture, we're going to put them on these 2 trays. Now this is all the bigger of trays my oven holds, and it only has 2 racks, so there's as many as we can do at a time. It'll be about 6 a tray. Oh, there goes my fan. Okay, so what you will do is get a 1/4 cup measuring, fill it up with your dough, and then that's what you'll spoon on. That'll be the size of your cookies. I've done this recipe so many times, I'm not going to do that to save time because the sun's going down. That is what you'll do. And then I'll also include this recipe and tips in the description of this video. So I'm going to hurry up and get this out, and then we're going to go outside. Okay, we are at the oven. So this thing's kind of neat. It's got 2 burners up here, and then your oven. So let's see if I can get it to focus. So I'm supposed to be at 350. It's hot outside, and he didn't know, and he accidentally had it on high, so I'm about 400. So I'm going to adjust my cooking time accordingly. However, you would be doing these for 350 for 11 to 12 minutes. The middle will look a little underdone. That's okay. Pull it out, let it finish setting up on the pan for about another minute to a minute and 15, and then transfer to your cooling rack. So that way you have an even cookie and you don't burn it. So I'm going to adjust my cooking time by sitting out here and watching for that, since I am at 400. And, sir, no. Now our cookies are in there. Now we wait. Okay. Instead of making you wait, we'll fast forward to here. These are cooling. This one over here, we found out where the hot spot was. That was the first tray in. So he's going to eat these ones. And these ones are going to be delicious. This one's like literally perfect. If I was going to pick a perfect cookie for me to eat, it would be that one. So the oven worked out great. It was holding temp and everything. After we figured out the exact setting for this, because this was the first time we ever did cookies in it. So pretty excited. I'm going to let all these cool, and then I'm going to package them up. So thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you tomorrow.